Hey everybody, I'm Clara and this is Heavenly Declarations. So a quick thank you. I just looked at the stats and yesterday's viewings were like at 3K. So thank you very, very much. I'm really very grateful indeed. So it's quite late. I was waiting for my phone to charge up. So I'm doing a bit of a late reading. So we're going to be just doing a general energy check, see what your the person on your mind is thinking. It could be a past person that you're thinking about, or somebody, that you're dealing with right now in the present moment, what they're thinking, what the situation is. We'll get dig a bit deeper and get what the tea might be, like what they might not be telling you. Then we'll get some tarot. I think I can't remember what they're called. I think they're in Two Souls Meet Oracle card. We'll get what their emotions might be, an advice card at the end. And then I thought I haven't got these out for a while, and these are they're healing cards. They're advice for grief, grace, or healing. Okay, and see what comes out at the end of the reading, just for some extra guidance. So we'll start off with. Excuse me, I'm a little bit out of breath. We'll start off with what this person may want to tell you, and we'll open obviously with a prayer. So, Heavenly Father, Archangels and Spirit Guides, enter this reading with your white, loving, protective light. Allow me to receive only the clearest and accurate messages for the highest good of whom I read. May I call upon Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Raphael and Archangel Uriel to call upon witness and protect and heal any energies that need protecting and healing. So some of them are upside down, so I beg your pardon, but I'll obviously not take them in reverse. I'll read them upright. Somebody has sexual desire for you. Somebody wants to be different, okay? And yeah, I saw this when I split the deck as well. They've been hurt. No, they have hurt me. So somebody has hurt this person, okay? So I'm getting straight off just with that, okay? I'm getting this person is with someone else, okay? So it's probably somebody that you are definitely split from, okay? And they're in another connection, okay? And this person's already hurt them, okay? And I'm saying already, so I'm getting this person is in quite a new connection, not a well-established connection, okay? So this person's hurt them already, okay? But they still have sexual desire for you. So I'm getting, it's probably somebody that you have had maybe a recent breakup. I mean, it doesn't have to be like, a couple of days, a couple of weeks. It could have been like a year ago or so, but it's more recent, okay? But they've definitely been hurt, okay? Yeah, and this person would like to be different. They still have sexual desire for you, okay? And they're scared of rejection. So I think I'm getting this person is regretting going towards whomever they went towards, okay, after you. So once you broke up, they went, I mean, they could have cheated, I don't know, but whomever they went towards, they're having problems already, and this person desires to be different, okay? They want to level up, okay? They really do. And they still have a lot of sexual desire for you, and I think it's kind of hitting home for them that actually they've kind of made a bad move here already, okay? kind of like, I'm getting like regret. I'm hearing regret. They, you know, I can feel this kind of like in the pit of my stomach, like this person, you know, regrets moving on from you, okay? So I'm hearing overlapping. So they could have been seeing you, ending the relationship with you and dating this person, like, you know, on the quiet, you know, and then kind of moved into, you know, more of a stronger relationship with them, and then like phased you out. So I'm getting this kind of overlap, like they, you know, they didn't completely end things with you. They were like testing the water, got with this person, and then, you know, got rid of you. Why do I feel this way? So they're questioning themselves, okay? I have to let you go to find myself. So, and it hurts so much. I do think this person went towards somebody else, and I think they felt, they may have told you, like, this was, I'm getting like excuse vibes, okay? Like, as I said, I got this kind of like I can see this kind of like overlapping. So this person was seeing you, was seeing someone else, okay? Like, you know, testing the waters, all right? And I'm getting, they gave you this kind of excuse, like they had to let you go, like they needed space, okay? And to find themselves, and it wasn't, okay? You know, they may want, you know, because they do want to be different. They may want to level up, okay? But I'm getting they kind of give you that as an excuse, okay? And it hurts so much. They're hurting. They are, because I'm getting like this disappointment. Yeah, you know, they're really disappointed. They're kind of like kicking themselves with the choices that they have made, okay? Yeah, they have painful memories, and I think they caused, I'm hearing, is it PSTD? Like you have a lot of painful memories, okay, as well. I think this person really like shattered your heart, okay? They left you very guarded, and now, okay, this person is like reflecting, and because they've been hurt by this new relationship, it's made them realize that actually, you know, they didn't treat you correctly, okay? They may not have invested as much time, energy, love into this connection with you, okay? And I think they may have treated you pretty poorly at the end of your relationship when they were overlapping you with someone else, okay? Like, they really like pushed you away, and now it's kind of like smacking them in the face, you know, and they're questioning, like, why do I feel like this? They're feeling guilty, to be quite truthful, and they're hurting because whomever they went towards may be kind of treating them the way they treated you, okay? And it's all kind of like flooding back for this person now, okay? And they wasn't expecting to feel any kind of pain when they left you. I have to let you go to find myself. Yeah, I'm telling you, this person may have used that as an excuse, but they also do want to level up, okay? And I'm getting they probably went towards the new person thinking that that connection would help them level up, but really, you can only really level up for yourself, okay? People can add, okay, but when you're actually trying to level up on a personal level, you know, your mind, and, you know, your spirit, and, you know, your inner goals, and your fears, and your you know, your shadow side, you have to do that yourself. You can't find happiness in someone else. You have to find it for yourself, and we have to, you know, do our own inner work, okay? So I'm getting this person use this as an excuse to you, like, oh, you know, I need space, I need to like find myself, I need to discover myself, I need to, you know, do things for myself. But I'm getting this person went towards somebody thinking they were going to level up, okay? But they can't let go of you, and they don't understand why, okay? I'm getting this person, you know, puts the past in the past. Like, I'm hearing like delete, 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 okay? Like this person, you know, will, you know, delete all pictures or get rid of, you know, clothes that you may have, you know, when they split up with somebody, they'll get rid of everything from the past and they'll start fresh, okay? I'm getting, okay? But they can't let go of your energy, okay? The heat between us is intense, yeah. They have a lot of passion for you, and this person is crying, okay? They are really kicking themselves, okay? Because they're crying because they've gone into something and they're already been hurt by that person, okay? So some form of betrayal, you know, some lie, arguments. I'm getting, you know, it's a mismatch, okay? And they're kicking themselves because, and they cry at night, okay, because they can't get over how they treated you, okay. They know they caused a lot of pain for you, and now they're reviewing all of that, and it's causing them a lot of anguish and pain as well, okay. Yeah, the way I have treated you was wrong. Yeah, they did. They treated you poorly, like I said just a few moments ago. At the end of the relationship, they probably really treated you piss poor, to be quite truthful, okay? Like really, you know, phrase you out, would do mean things deliberately to, you know, walk you out that door, okay? And they did that because instead of telling you they wanted to go on and see someone else, they gave you the excuse, okay, that they had to go and find themselves, and they treated you badly, okay? Instead of being truthful and saying I'm dating someone else, or I've fallen in love with someone else, I want to be with someone else. They didn't do that. They was a coward, okay? And that's another reason why they have painful memories, because they realize that they treated you badly, you know. They cheated, they lied, they schemed, okay? They were basically being a coward. Drugs and alcohol. So this person may be taking drugs and alcohol, okay, to try to dim some of the pain that they're going through, because let's not forget, they've already said the new person has already betrayed them, broke their trust, done something already to hurt them, okay? I can't talk to you right now, okay? Yeah, they quite frankly, they're wrapped up in something else, okay? They're feeling very guilty, okay, for how they treated you, all right? So you're definitely in separation from this person, okay? They've been hurt already. They're using substances to dim all of the pain that they're going through and the mistake that they made, because ultimately I'm getting, they realise that they made a mistake here, okay? And yeah, I mean, why do I feel this way? They're taking drugs and alcohol to block out painful memories of how they treated you. They did you bad, okay? And also because they're in a, I'm hearing like a shysty relationship, okay? And they can't talk to you. They wouldn't know where to begin, quite frankly, because they know they've made a bad move, okay? They've really mucked up here, because they're also concerned the way they done you, okay? You might not want to speak to them as well. They don't, they would like to speak to you, but they can't, because they're wrapped up in so much emotions and mess, okay? People don't believe in me. Yeah, I'm getting, look, what is the truth? Yeah, people don't believe in me, and what is the truth? I'm telling you, this person may have talked down about you as well, made like nonsense excuses about why you're not in their life anymore, okay? I mean, you know, if it was a serious commitment, you know, people would probably know more, okay, and about what's going on here, and absolutely just don't believe in them anymore and have lost faith in this person, okay? and I are asking them what exactly is going on here, especially if you're in a marriage or, you know, an engagement and, you know, a living relationship. If you were like in a situationship or you was friends with benefits, or, you know, you had a really close friendship, you know, lovers friendship vibe, you've probably separated yourself from people that know them, or, you know, you're not around these people anymore, and people are not believing in what they're saying, okay? They've told some kind of lies about how you guys kind of broke up, okay? They've made excuses. I need to hold back my true feelings for you. Yeah. They can't come to you right now because they're stuck in something else for sure, okay? And, you know, they're holding back their true feelings for you because they basically treated you really poorly, okay? The way I have treated you was wrong. They're realizing that, okay? They're feeling really bad. They are feeling really bad. Let's see what the situation may be. You had a breakup here because you realized that, as I said, this overlap. I'm getting this person, you know, had you and then went to someone else, okay? Or if not that, they, you know, were in a relationship with you and you found out they had other options, okay? And they treated you like an option as well, all right? They were having one night stands, they strung you along, okay? They had many different options. I mean, they could have had, like, you know, keys to some of these people's houses, okay? Yeah, and they were, you know, trying to, like, hide it all, okay? Like, behind a poker face, okay? And one of these options they may have ended up marrying, okay, or proposing to, okay? And that's another reason why they're so hurt, because they've been betrayed by whomever they got with, okay? And not only did they break your heart, okay, and leave you, okay, to feel very alone, and you had to kind of, you know, put up boundaries, you're very hurt, okay, and left you very alone and isolated and feeling very upset. You was very heartbroken and very upset, okay, because this person was definitely a wolf in sheep's clothing. They're now feeling brokenhearted. They went towards somebody that's kind of treated them the same way, okay? You may have seen it as a very one-sided relationship, okay? As I said, I don't think they put in as much effort as you did in the beginning. They may have, you know, love bombed you, you know, in the beginning, and then all of a sudden it dropped off, and at the end, as I said, they were treating you really poorly. Yeah, I mean, they were. There's a wolf in sheep's clothing, that shouldn't be in there. They may have caught something, okay, I don't know why they're in there, and spiritual haters. So somebody doesn't like your spirituality, but they were from yesterday's, but they were in here, so there's a message in there for someone. This could have been a twin of yours, okay? Harry, shh. This could have been a twin, okay, and they were in runner's energy, and they definitely did. They ran from you, okay? They may have expected you to kind of like chase them, because I said again, this kind of like overlap vibe that, you know, they were, you know, with you, and then they, you know, overlapped somebody else and then dropped you off. I'm getting they wanted you to chase them, okay? Especially with this narcissistic vibe that we saw, okay? They realised that you have a very strong connection, okay? I mean, you could be really like polar opposites, okay? You know, one very, you know, high vibrational, the other one maybe not, one very like bubbly, one quite, you know, needing, you know, solitude and quiet, okay? I'm getting you are definitely kind of like opposites here, but they do see you as a twin, okay, but they ran from that because they couldn't handle it. They couldn't handle Harry. They couldn't, something's bothering my dog really badly. They couldn't handle the potency of the relationship I'm getting, okay? So instead of feeling like you were going to abandon them and jump ship, they ran from you, okay? And they ran into someone else, okay, who, as we saw, has hurt them, okay? What else? And it says codependency. So, you know, this person has, you know, shadow work to do, okay? So I'm getting they ran towards somebody that, you know, they do drugs and alcohol with and have some kind of codependent relationship, okay? And you're onto a new phase, okay? You're looking after yourself, you're healing, you're growing, you trying to change the way you view what's happened, okay? So you could free yourself from any pain, okay? Because you know, you are having painful memories yourself here, okay? And I think you're really like loving yourself, okay? You're nurturing yourself, okay? Yeah, and they went towards somebody who's very competitive and is competing with you, okay? And sees you as an enemy, okay? And, you know, I mean, they've gone to somebody, you know, snake-like, shady, okay, competitive, envious, okay, and they've been hurt already themselves. And again, this is your energy, you're evolving, you're growing, you're on, again, a new phase, okay. And, you know, you're really trying to manifest your goals and your desires here, okay. You could be doing a lot of yoga, you could be doing meditation, you could be, you know, sitting in your garden, you could be going for nature walks, you're just appreciating being you again, okay. This person may want to eventually come, because it says, you know, they can't talk to you right now, but eventually they may want to come and have a sit down with you and a chat, okay, like, and have, you know, a talk with you, okay, like take you out on a date, and it might not even be a romantic date, but just like a date to clear the air, okay. But I'm more getting, okay, that, yeah, you are moving on to a new phase in your life, and you're hoping that you will find, you know, somebody in the future that, you know, is going to be grounded, stable. You want stability. You want to date somebody that is going to bring you, you know, stability and growth and performance, okay? But I'm also getting that for this person that you're inquiring about, okay, they felt that if they went towards this other person, okay, that hurt them, they would get stability, but they ran into addictions and somebody codependent, okay, and they now have emotional blocks, okay. There was somebody that is envious, competitive, okay, and, you know, they're definitely suffering from some kind of addiction here, all right. So they could be drinking a lot, they could be smoking, taking drugs, and they're with somebody that's, you know, we saw a snake. They're with somebody that is in competition with you, okay? And yeah, you realise they had options, and you're healing your heart. Yeah, you know, you just see this person as quite narcissistic now, all about themselves. But, you know, there was a lot of chemistry, okay? And this is why this person has a lot of chemistry for you still, and this is why they realise it's pain for them to realise that the realisation that they treated you badly, okay? They really did, okay? You know, it hurts them, okay? And they're, you know, taking drugs or doing lots of alcohol to forget that. They really are. Let's see what the tea might be. We'll get a couple of these. Yeah, you separated because they were having a secret love affair. I'm telling you, they overlapped you with someone else. a sex fix, a secret lover. So, you know, they had options, and, you know, they went towards a secret lover instead, okay, and expected you to chase them, but you didn't. You leveled up, okay. You're focusing on your money, your goals, your ambitions, okay, and, you know, they went towards an option, a secret lover, somebody they were hooking up with, okay, doing drugs and alcohol, and, you know, ended up, you know, treating you badly for somebody that's actually, I'm hearing, like, you know, dumb and dirty as well, okay. Yeah, look, they're with an obsessive lover, okay, somebody who's very toxic, okay, very unhealthy perspective in life, karmic energy, and it says dangerously toxic, okay, and very possessive, okay. And we saw a snake as well. So this person is competing against you, and they're very obsessive over your person, okay. And they hang around with karmic people, okay. And this is another reason why they're, you know, involved with probably doing lots of drugs and alcohol, okay. Yeah, and you separated. Okay, that shouldn't be in there, but you most certainly did separate from this person, okay. There was a definite breakup. So they're with karmic friends, they're with people that are in competition with you, okay, yeah, and, you know, none of them are shit. They're just, you know, they went to somebody that's really disappointed them, okay, and they're now realising who, you know, this obsessive lover that they went to just isn't worth a light, okay, just really isn't, okay, yeah, you know, they all hung around together, okay, this person, whoever this karmic lover is of theirs, okay, may like chat shit about you with their friends, okay, yeah, and they're just a time waster, stuck, no change, limited, okay, and you're just busy doing you and ignoring it all, okay, and this person now realizes all their karmic friends, okay, and their karmic lover, okay, is just a whole heap of waste of time, and that's why they're doing drugs as well, okay, because they're just sick of the move they made. They can't believe they made such a stupid move because they're watching you level up. They may start chasing you at some point, okay. Yeah, they're crying over you, okay, and this person could be having legal matters, some kind of upheaval legally, okay. And it could be, I mean, to do with this, I was going to say drink driving, so this person could have been caught drink driving, but it's to do with possibly this drugs and alcohol, okay, or they, you know, may have like, I don't know, unpaid fines and things like that, okay, yeah, they're with a drama starter. And this person is most certainly stalking you, and you could be maybe wanting to travel, you know, because you're leveling up here, you most certainly are, okay, but yeah, they're having some kind of legal issues as well, okay, and it's all just getting too much for this person, okay. I mean, they're having painful memories, they're crying, they're sad, they're upset, but, you know, they left you in that predicament as well at one point, okay, yes they did. Let's see, I'll just shuffle the deck a bit. So you're healing with the star energy. This person could be feeling very discontent and bored, okay, because they have painful memories, yeah, and they would like to come and make some kind of offer to you, okay, because they see you're leveling up, they see you're healing, all right, yeah, they see that you're moving forward. Okay, you know, you're feeling quite carefree right now with the full energy, and this person would like to now come in and put some effort in, okay, make some kind of grounded offer to you, and it's like a start over with the Page of Pentacles, like let's start over again, okay. But you know, they've got issues. That's another reason why they can't come towards you as well, okay, because they have issues that they need to deal with. Tell us about these painful memories this person is having. Tell us about these painful memories. Yeah, of you, who's very grounded. You're very grounded, you're very stable, you're leveling up, okay? You're focused on your money. You're the Queen of Pentacles. You're smart, you're intelligent, you're nurturing. You can look after yourself, okay? You're very practical. You could be an earth sign, of course. You don't have to be, but you're embodying the Queen of Pentacles energy, okay? Yeah, and they betrayed you. And that's another reason why they have very painful memories, okay? And they're feeling very stagnant, bored, stifled, because they didn't take your cup. They were looking at all these other options, okay? And yeah, they have painful memories of you, and you're focused on yourself. You know, you were very loyal to this person. You had a lot of passion for them, okay? You have a red gown on, so, you know, you had this very, I'm getting like this kind of grounded passion for them, okay? And, you know, you've got a green cloak on, so, you know, you had a lot of love as well, okay? You know, it was a reserved love, but nonetheless, it was love, okay? And, you know, they have painful memories because they know that you were structured, okay? You were structured, you were down to earth, you were honest, you were loyal, okay? And they betrayed you. They stabbed you in the back time and time again, okay? And as I said, they definitely overlapped you with someone. Why are they trying to level up? This is, they have to go and find themselves. I'm getting that was a lame excuse of theirs, okay, to be this obsessive lover. Tell us about this, why they had to go and find themselves. What was they trying to do here with, I have to let you go to find myself? What were they trying to do? What was they trying to achieve? What was they trying to achieve here? What was they trying to achieve with finding themselves? Well, they could have been focused on money and work because the Eight of Pentacles wanted to come out, but so the World is the end card in the Major Arcana, okay, 21. Okay, so I'm getting it was an excuse. I have to let you go to go and find myself. Emptiness, delays, seeking fulfillment. Yeah, it was a lame excuse, okay? They gave you this excuse to end things, okay? I have to go and find myself. The World in reverse, okay? Incompletion, lack of closure, yeah. They used it as a bullshit excuse. Sorry, pardon my French, but they did. They used it as an excuse to end things with you, the Queen of Pentacles, yeah. They used it as an excuse to walk away, okay, to go towards possibly a younger water sign, okay, a new love, okay, a happy start. You know, they thought they was going to have, you know, new love and joy, okay. They walked away thinking they were going to have this idealistic, happy life, okay, with this new person, all right. Yeah, they use it as an excuse, as I said. So you could have been dealing with a fixed sign, Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, or I think it's Scorpio, isn't it? So yeah, they blatantly ended things with you and used the I have to go and find myself, I have to go and explore the world, okay, as an excuse, okay. They used it to delay being with you. They didn't give you correct closure, okay. They just give you a lame excuse here, as I thought, okay. And they walked away saying I have to go and find myself. And what they walked towards now is emptiness, delays, okay. And now they're trying to seek fulfillment, all right. Why did they treat you so badly? What did they do to treat you so badly? What did they do? Well, they didn't tell you the truth, for one, okay. They gave you a lame excuse. They didn't give you full closure, okay. So you could have been dealing with a Taurus, okay. They could have gone to a water sign, like I said, and you could be like a Leo, you know, you're behind this person, you're very strong. You know, and I think whomever they went towards, you know, they used like their emotions over this person, like they became, I think they're quite needy, and they try to be sensitive and like, oh, I'm so sweet and so demure, right? And but what actually they're finding out is this person's unhealthy and toxic. But I think they kind of bamboozle this person, okay? But why did they treat you so bad? What did they do to treat you wrong? What did they do? Well, they're in their emotions about it, but what did they do? So they possibly closed off their compassion to you. You know, they, because they have 2 cups, so they had a choice, okay? And they're sitting on concrete, so they, you know, they didn't show their emotions to you. They, you know, were probably emotionally manipulative, okay? They try to really balance their emotions out, keep them under wraps here, okay? And they're in their emotions because they know they treated you wrong, and they're in their emotions because they know that they turned their back on you and chose a different path. And I'm telling you, they felt like they had the world in their hands. They felt like I'm hearing like they, you know, they're gonna level up somewhat, okay? Yeah, and now they're just nothing but burdened. They're finding whomever they're with very hard work, because we did see they've been hurt by this person, okay? Yeah, they took swift action to a third party, okay? They really did, okay? And they're burdened by that now. This person's possessive, toxic, dangerously toxic, so they could be having rows with this person in competition with you. It's a secret competition. There's tension. There's whomever they're with cannot be trusted, okay? And this is another reason they may be having legal issues. They may be having, like, you know, serious problems with this person, to be quite truthful, okay? And that's another reason why they don't want to come towards you, okay? Why are they taking drugs and alcohol? What's the reason for them overindulging? So, I'm getting, okay, let's just take one more. I'm getting this person spending a lot of money on drugs and alcohol, so they could be like dwindling their money away. I'm also getting, this is what attracted this obsessive lover to this King of Pentacles energy, okay? So they're coming out, they're in their emotions, okay? They're coming out as a King of Cups, okay, with the way they feel about you, but I'm getting they're spending their money, okay? And I'm getting they use this kind of energy to pull in this new lover of theirs, like, oh, I'm abundant, I'm a good investor, I'm a provider, okay? So I think they do a lot of the providing, okay? But I'm getting a lot of their money, okay? Because this can be about our abundance, our stability, okay? It says generous as well. So I'm getting this person is spending quite a fair bit of their money and security on drugs and alcohol with this obsessive lover. And this is another reason why they may be having legal issues. Yeah, they're having a lack of money, okay, because they decided to charm whomever this obsessive lover is with money, gifts, treats, nights out, clubs, casinos, drugs, dinners, romance, hotels, okay? They were like the man, I'm getting, okay? Like, you know, treated you like crap, quite frankly, and, you know, provided for this obsessive lover. Drink, drugs, alcohol, all the, you know, finities, okay? But if you notice, the Queen of Pentacles is out here. They're painful memories of you, okay? And the King of Pentacles. You are their true counterpart, but you're looking away from one another on deck here, okay? So you, although you are counterparts, a major separation here, okay? Yeah. And now they're having problems with their finances, and this is another reason why they're probably having legal issues here. Tell us about these karmic friends of theirs. So they're doing, you know, they're spending, splashing the cash, I'm hearing. Yeah. They're all under judgment, okay? I'm getting this person, okay, is having some kind of clarity about these karmic friends of theirs now, okay? Because they're doing drugs and alcohol, they're spending their savings, okay? They're missing you, they can't come towards you, they're having legal issues, okay? They have painful memories about you, they're crying over you. And I'm getting, they're starting to realise that actually they've got to make some clear decisions on these people, okay? Because they're going through some judgment, they're going through some legal issues here, okay? I'm really getting they realise they chose the wrong path here, okay? Yeah, and you know, you're leaving it all behind, okay? You could be relocating, or this person may be have relocated, okay? They may have spent a lot of money as well on trying to relocate to go towards, you know, an obsessive toxic lover here as well, I'm getting as well, yeah, because they felt like there's leaving you behind and going towards something, you know, that was going to offer them the world. They thought they was going to have brighter days here, okay? They moved on, okay? They were, you know, they may have left you behind, okay? Yeah, they left you behind. Yeah, they did. They blatantly left you behind. They moved on, okay? All right? They didn't accept your offer. They walked away. They moved on, okay? This they did. Again, possibly a water sign here. Why? What are they feeling? What's this? Wow, too many. Well, they're feeling a lot of passion. They want to come towards you. They have a lot of regret and they have an offer. But what are they feeling? I mean, they're definitely in their emotions, but what are they feeling? What are they truly feeling right now? They feel a way about something and they're confused about it, okay? I think they realise they want to message you. And, you know, I'm getting, they really thought they was going to leave you in the past, okay? And they can't do that. They can't forget about you, okay? They really did think they were leaving you, like, in the past, okay? Like the door had closed. But they want to speak to you. They want freedom, okay? They want to come and start afresh, I'm getting, okay? They want to explore their feelings for you again, I'm getting here, all right? Because they do have passion for you still, okay? They'd like to take some daring action towards you, okay? They do want to do that, okay? But again, you know, they are stuck, okay? Because we did see in this deck that they can't talk to you right now, okay? But they do want to speak to you, okay? Yeah, they left you out in the cold, okay? They could put some financial strains on you in the past, okay? But I'm more getting, okay, because of this person's passion, because of them kind of, you know, trying to be this, you know, I'm the man, I've got money, and they spending their money on casinos, drink, drugs, clubs, women, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, they're maybe having legal issues and facing some kind of poverty here, okay, ill health, okay, worry, financial worry. They're definitely financially worried, okay, with 4 and 5 Pentacles here, okay. They're really worried about their financial security, and they could be losing a home, I'm getting, okay. So this person may have to relocate with the 6 of Swords, okay. They're really concerned. What are these legal issues they're facing? What are these legal issues? Yeah, they're facing unforeseen drama, okay. They may not be wanting to tell people about it, okay. And it's going to smack them in the face if they haven't already had some kind of problem already, okay. And the reason why is because of some kind of It could be a business partnership going down the drain. I'm telling you, their money, they're really concerned about their money, this person, okay? Some kind of collaboration, okay, has caused some drama here, okay? It could be with this person, it could be the drugs, the drink, something has happened. It's to do with expenditures here, okay? And whomever they're tied up with, yeah. People who they have been moving with, collaborating with, business, friends, lovers, okay, have really betrayed this person, okay, and they're really trying to have to like stand their ground now, okay. They may really have to like fight some battles in court, okay. There could be, as we see, losing a home, losing a job. They're going through strife, and it's to do with the people that they are with, and that's why they're making a judgment call on these karmics in their life. So it's about this. I was going to say, tell us about this obsessive lover, okay? So at first they felt they were going towards somebody that was going to be of luck and success, okay? But actually, it was definitely fated. This person had to, bump into this person, okay? I'm also getting... it's quite funny. Yeah, look, this person's having legal issues, okay? They're seeing the cause and effect. They may have been arrested for something, okay? Drink driving or something like that. But see, this obsessive lover saw them like a meal ticket, okay? Saw them, okay? Because as I said, this person spent a lot of money, okay? Whining and dining and living in the fast lane, okay? This obsessive lover saw them as like a level up, somebody that was going to bring in good fortune for them, luck, success, okay, abundance. So whomever they went towards, okay, use them, okay, may have brought financial problems and burdens on them, legal issues, okay, that this person may not want to speak to you about, okay. They may not want to tell anybody, okay. I'm getting there quite embarrassed, okay. King of Pentacles, is usually very grounded, on the up and up, quite straight down line, okay. And it's led them to feel very anxious, okay. They're very fearful, okay. It's caused a lot of drama, okay. They're having so many different problems, okay, because of, I'm hearing meal ticket. This obsessive lover has kind of like spun the wheel on them, okay, and wound them up. They, dangerously toxic. They could be having like legal battles because of some kind of like domestic incident, okay, and all the while you're happily single, okay, and abundant. And that's another reason why they're crying over you, because you're single and abundant, you're looking after yourself here, okay, and they just can't get you out of their head. They treated you so badly. Who isn't shit here? Well, they're realising whoever they went towards is causing nothing but drama, legal issues, money issues. They're trying to get rid of friends here. They're trying to get rid of friends, karmic lovers, they're just trying to get rid of them all. They're realising that they need to make decisions on these people, okay? And they're realising these people ain't shit. Yeah. They realise the people they went towards, okay, these ain't shit people, they manifested, okay, their own nightmare, okay, with people that are not worth a life, okay. They're with people that are, quite manipulative, okay, and they're stuck in their head now, okay, because they invested an awful lot into this karmic lover who has, siphoned a lot of their success here, okay, caused a lot of drama, okay. They're having legal issues about their money, their home, their work, possibly some kind of altercation here as well, okay, because this karmic is not good, okay. and they're trying to balance their life out, okay? And, you know, here you are, being strong, reserved, okay, being respectable, okay, you had a lot of compassion for this person, okay, you have a lot of inner strength, okay, and you're on to a new beginning. You're just turning your back on all of it because it's just nonsense, yeah. And, you know, this person is now really trying to persevere, having to work extra hard, you know, put in extra work, extra hours at work. They're trying to be diligent. They're having delayed success, okay? They're having to wait for results, okay? They're not really getting much out of what they passionately went towards, okay? Because they did it for, you know, I'm getting with this King of Wands energy, this person felt like, you know, they were onto a good thing. They had all the charm, all the wit, okay? You know, oh, look at me, I've got my money, and, you know, I'm leaving, you know, I'm leaving this, you know, down to earth. I'm getting like, I heard boring, so this person could have seen you as quite stable and boring, okay? And, you know, they went to somebody that they felt they were going to have a level up with. You know, they really did. But actually, they ran into nothing but a lot of drama, judgment, unforeseen problems, legal issues, okay? It's just drama. Why are they crying over you? Why are they crying over you? Why are they crying over you? Oh my God, it's already, I don't want it being too long. They're crying over you because their world is falling apart. They're having to balance their money out. They may need a helping hand with finances, okay? They may be having to, you know, I'm getting like court fines and things like that as well, okay? You know, they realise that, you know, they made a major mistake. They had, you know, it said violence as well. As I said, they're having problem after problem, okay? Lots of chaos in their life. They're having to, you know, give people money, help people. They're having to really, you know, give. And they're waiting for a return of investment, okay? And it's because they went to somebody, a third party, too quickly. And now they're crying. They're crying over the mistakes that they made. They're having disasters. Their life is in ruin and upheaval, okay? Yeah, they went towards possibly, you know, set up family with this person, set up a home with this person, okay? And, you know, told you they were leaving to find themselves. What's this new phase you're onto? Because you're onto a new phase. Yeah, you're weighing up your options now, okay? You're looking at your priorities, you're balancing your life out, okay? You're, you're, you know, coming into more of a balanced mental and physical and spiritual well-being. Like you know, you've got options coming in, you've got choices to make, you're balancing decisions, you're balancing your priorities, okay? You're leveling up here, okay? Standing your ground and moving towards your success, you know, and this person is feeling very stuck because they're a player, okay? Why is this person going to start chasing? I think they're going to start chasing you, okay, at some point. There's that, this chaser energy. And I think because they are your twin, I do think they ran from you and then they're going to start chasing you. Yeah, because they're watching you. They want to come and speak to you, okay? They may want to tell you about all the drama that they're having, okay? They're really trying to be mentally vigilant, okay? They want to come and maybe give you some direct truth here, okay? About what is going on, okay? Because there is gossip flying around, yeah. And, you know, this person had choices in love, okay? They did. They were, you know, lustful and they regret it all now, okay? They went towards a lustful option, I'm getting, okay? They went towards a drama starter. Yes, they did. Let's get, because let's get a lover's oracle. True love. True love comes when you least expect it. Yeah, you were a true love of theirs. And they're kicking themselves now because they treated you bad. They really did. They treated you bad. They may want to come and offer you a red rose, okay? Yeah, and they, you know, they realise that you were a counterpart. Like I said, you're definitely a counterpart. The union of divine counterparts is a miraculous event that begins when you least expect it. Yeah, I mean, they were confused, okay? They were on a power trip with their ego and this money and whatever, thinking they, you know, they were making a good choice, you know, turning their back on you and going elsewhere, okay? They were confused about your connection, okay? But they still feel a strong pull towards you. Yes, they do. Most certainly do. Let's get what their emotions may be. Well, I mean, they're in a state, we can see that, okay? But what's their emotions right now? What's their emotions? Defensive. I protect myself. Yeah, they're trying to protect their money. They're trying to protect their status. They're trying to protect their reputation as this King of Pentacles, okay? They're trying to, you know, balance their emotions out, keep everything in check, okay? Because they're definitely going through a lot of problems, all right? And, yeah, they're feeling very defensive, okay? And they're also feeling very defensive because they know they're having some kind of legal issues, okay? They really, really are. We'll get a healing, grace, or grief card, I think it is. Correct. I haven't used them for a while, but I do like them. Oh. Right, we'll take that one. Take the ones that's on the floor. And grief. So this person could be grieving right now, okay? But it says, say no with love, 10 endings, okay? Get clear on your authentic yes and practice saying no with love. Telling others no may create uncomfortable energy today, yet might save you time, stamina, sanity, or resources tomorrow. Set healthy boundaries with yourself and others now. Prioritize yourself while being considerate and diplomatic with others. You don't have to be everything to everyone. Conserve and protect your energy. Yeah, this person has been told to say no to, okay, make a final decision and say no, okay, to these people that aren't shit in their life, okay? They have to stand up for themselves and start saying no because they're in a lot of problems, okay? And, you know, you yourself may want to say no to this person, but we can do that with love and grace. But I'm also getting it's for this person. They're going through a lot of grief, okay? And they need to start saying enough is enough, no to people. So I hope that helped. If it did, please like, subscribe, share and comment. Bye.